The single biggest thing holding almost all small creators back from pursuing their dreams full-time is time. So what would happen if that wasn't an obstacle? Let's find out, shall we? 2 days ago, I finished my university degree, which means a lot of things for me, but the biggest, in my opinion, is that I have a few months of complete freedom. No obligations, nothing to do except what I want to do. So I'm here to propose another experiment. It's no secret by now that my goal is to take YouTube full-time. I love video creation so much, and I want a life where I can do this every single day. And the biggest obstacle for me has been the fact that I have always had things that needed doing first, that I needed to prioritize over content creation. Whether it be family obligations or job hunting or, of course, my degree and the coursework and exams that went along with it, I have never had the time that I've really, truly wanted for YouTube. But now that I've submitted my final assignment and I have nothing left to do, things are about to change. I graduate in July, and at the time of filming this, it is May. The very, very beginning of May. So at the very least, I have 2 months that I can dedicate to whatever I want. So I have a plan. Because of course, I have a plan. I was working my final project, my dissertation, as a 9 to 5, or more accurately an 8 to 4. I was working full-time on that piece of coursework, and so I'm already accustomed to that sort of routine. So instead of throwing away that structure and just doing whatever the hell I want with my days, I've decided that I'm going to continue working 8 till 4. But instead of working on my dissertation, I'm going to be working on YouTube videos. Now, to be clear, not all of them will be mine. I have a lot of client work lined up, which is really exciting because that at least guarantees a little bit of money while I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. But every weekday, Monday till Friday, I will be working on some YouTube video from 8 till 4. And if all goes to plan, this is it. This is how I go full-time with YouTube. By just going full-time with YouTube. Fake it till you make it. That's what they always say, right? You have to pretend that you're good at something or that you've achieved the thing you want to achieve in order to achieve it. I want to go full-time with YouTube, so you know what? I'm just gonna go full-time with YouTube. No one can stop me. So what's the specifics of my plan here? Surely there's more in-depth thought being given to this, and of course there has. I have a plan for how I'm going to structure my weeks and hopefully maximize the amount of output I'm going to be able to create. I theorize that by doing this and adhering to this schedule, which I'm gonna go over in a minute, I might be able to get weekly videos done. I know if you're watching this channel, that's nothing new. I've been doing weekly videos pretty much since I started this series, but I'm talking about main channel videos, the big main channel videos. I think I might be able to get one of those done a week, because here is how I plan on breaking down my time. So, Mondays I intend to spend on ideation and scripting, coming up with a great idea that's gonna do well and has potential to do well, and then at the very least outlining a script for that video. Now, there is some slight caveats to that. There will be a lot of videos where I have to record a lot of gameplay. I have some that are already recorded that need scripting, so sometimes the scripting won't be for the idea that I spent the morning ideating. But that's how I'm going to balance Monday to make sure that I have something to work on the entire rest of the week. Tuesday is going to be spent recording, whether it be recording gameplay, whether it be recording voiceover, whether it be recording live action footage or B-roll, whatever it be, Tuesday is recording day. Hopefully recording won't take the entire day so that I can start working on the thumbnail, which I will already have figured out during the ideation process on Monday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they are my editing days. That's when everything enters the timeline and I make the video, basically. Now, of course, you may be wondering, how do I intend to get all that done in that amount of time? Well, I intend to implement one core principle into my workflow. Parkinson's law. Not Parkinson's disease, it's a very different thing. Parkinson's law is the principle that work expands to the amount of time you give it, which effectively means if you say that something will take a week to do, it will take a week to do. So in theory, the contrast of that is that if I say ideation will take 2 hours, it will take 2 hours. If I say that editing an entire video will take 3 days, in theory, it'll take 3 days. And this isn't just something that I've come up with on the spot, this is something I've been practicing for months. When I was doing my dissertation project, I had deadlines that I had to meet, and so I wanted to be ahead of those deadlines to make sure I could make that project the best it possibly could be. So I would outline what chapters and sub-chapters I needed to get done by what times, and then when planning my day, I would say, okay, this chapter needs to be done by this time. And every single time I did that, it worked. If I said subchapter 2.4.2 must be done by 10:30 and I started working on it at 9, it was always done by 10:30. And so in theory, by having that discipline and by having the motivation to actually enact that discipline, I should be able to get videos done in a week. There are obviously other factors, like if I have a particularly busy week of client work, that's gonna it's gonna mess with things, but generally, I think this is doable. It's even more doable if I bring on help with editing, with thumbnail creation. I plan on trying lots of different things and going down every possible avenue and seeing what makes this work. And as with everything I propose on this channel, you will be kept in the loop. This is a public experiment, and I, as always, want to act as a case study. I know that not everyone is going to have the opportunity that I'm about to have a couple of months to dedicate fully to YouTube. I know that that's not a realistic thing for most people to be able to expect to do. But if nothing else, hopefully my experiences will act as some sort of evidence as to whether or not time truly is the greatest limiting factor. If I have all the time in the world to work on YouTube and it still doesn't work out, then maybe it's just not meant to be. I will put my hands up and admit that. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But if I spend the next few months working as hard as I possibly can, trying to make this work, and it does work, then that is something that we can all learn from. So, join me. Join me in this experiment. If you want to check out how that's going, go visit the main channel. I also have a Patreon where I plan on discussing a lot of this. There's going to be a lot more content coming to the Patreon, and a lot of it will be to do with this, so get excited for that. Because this is my last shot, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see a world in which I enter the full-time workforce and I am able to release content on YouTube either at the quality or at the frequency that is going to take my channel to where I want it to be. I don't see those two things happening in tandem. So this is my last chance. This really is now or never. So yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice my summer. I am willing to spend 8 hours a day in front of my computer working towards this because it is just that important to me. I am willing to put that work in. And hopefully, it's something we can all learn from. Let me know in the comments what you would do if you had unlimited time to work on YouTube. And if you want to know how to maximize your views, you should check out my last video, which is on the screen right now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.